And here we are, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back onto FSL Circuit Arena of Valor, Vietnam, and we are going to witness a clash between ZD Gaming versus Star Guardian Nax. Still onto the lower bracket right here, with Star Guardian already advancing onto the second round bracket of the lower bracket, and we are still waiting for them to be ready in the lobby. At least 9 of them is actually here in the lobby. There's Uyan, Candy, Ismi, as well as Nain. Uyan, just now we're playing as the wait, is this the pretty girls? I am a teeny bit unsure which games I am actually casting for. Which game? I have to ask. Just anyway, I've saw Uya and Nain as well as Candy and Ismi, which were playing Valheim just now. Candy were the one played Malok nicely and beautifully. Uyan was the one who's played Violet, if I'm not mistaken. They were good, and if we were seeing them again, I'll be happy though, because we have been served with a very nice gameplay to both of them. I mean, okay. I I'm not so sure which teams, but I'll be asking the organizers. I hope they are they were actually here. Yep. I was confused, to be honest. I was confused and speechless. But I am excited for this because we have seen how pretty girls were playing, and we wanted to see more of it. I think you guys are actually agree with me just as well. But 9 of them are actually already in the lobby. We are still waiting for one more from pretty girls. We already have Uyen, Nine, Candy, as well as Ismi. There's another one that I actually misses. I actually misses her name. I'm not so sure what is her name. I'm not so sure what is her IGN though. Although we've been casting for her just now, but anyway. Well, let's see. It's going to be ready in anytime soon though. And speaking of the new updates of the Arena of Valor, did you know that there is enchantment or rune is coming up onto the next update? We have not yet had the update, but I think it's going to be in a week before we get our hand onto the 3.0 update. And yes, it is one of the spectacular thing that I've been seeing. Much better and nicer interface. Not to mention it looks a lot closer, just as the Chinese counterparts of the Arena of Valor, which is the King of Glory. Yeah, which is the King of Glory. It looks almost the same, just as King of Glory. And the enchantments though, it helps with added stats onto your hero, and there's an added ability as well, but it goes into your passive. So far there's no active ability coming out with the runes or the enchantments, but it's worth noting because um, it helps. It boosts your characters. It boosts your hero. Whatever you are playing, those runes and enchantment is going to help against the enemy team, and you can set it up per characters or per hero. You can set it up according to what heroes you're going to play, but you had to actually set it up first before you were actually playing, because once you were in the screen of you were in the screen of selecting heroes, there's no way you can set up the runes according to your likings, but instead you can only choose what runes you're going to use while playing. Anyway, while I'm getting feedback from the organizers, I'll be coming back soon, but for now, enjoy the ad break. And here we are, I'm back. Just that I had an update coming from the organizers that actually this is ZD versus Pretty Girls. I'm so sorry that I've been misleading you for quite some amount of time onto all the layouts. This now it's not ZD versus the Star Guardian, it's ZD versus Pretty Girls, and we are still waiting for them to be ready though. And anyway, I've seen all of them actually in the lobby. It's just a matter of time before we can start onto the game. We just saw Pretty Girls gameplay and we wanted to see more of them. I mean, it's a rare teams lineup. It's not exactly what you have seen every day. And of course, things like that, it most of the time it happens in the competitive scene instead of the higher elos, instead of the rank plays. You won't be able to see those kind of gameplay in rank play. Anyway, the lobby actually disbanded, and I'm asking for a new lobby ID to get before we get into the game. Although just now we have seen I've seen all of them actually already in the lobby. Just that probably they weren't ready yet to start the game, and please bear with me for some amount of time before we actually get into the lobby. But if you are coming from the other parts of the world, which is I'm from MSP though. I played Arena of Valor in MSP, which is now merged with Indonesia. I am Lai Chi Kang. I am a caster from MSP, and if you did not know me yet, there's my name down there. And I had a page. If you can just look up Lai Chi Kang in the Facebook, you'll definitely find my page. Anyway, we are going to. There's not much to talk about. I am still starstruck. I'm still starstruck with the 3.0 updates. I mean, it is one of the biggest updates onto Arena of Valor, and one of the best I've seen so far along of the update. If you have played Arena of Valor from season 1, from the first patches, from the first version, which is the MOBA arena or something, before it was changed into Arena of Valor. there's a lot of changes coming, especially onto the graphic wise. It's much smoother, it's much nicer, and it's better looking than what we had so far. Anyway, well, on to that though, it is um I wish I could show you the way. I wish I could show you what I am seeing on my screen right now, and it all looks gorgeous. It all look nice. And that's it while we actually wait for a new lobby that before we can actually start. I'm so sorry that we just saw an entity back there moving behind me. I'm actually live streaming from the office, and the studio is occupied, so I'm actually live casting from my own compartments right here. We haven't see any lobby ID from the organizer just yet, so we are going for short breaks until we actually had a lobby and start the games anytime soon. This is, ladies and gentlemen, ZD versus Pretty Girls. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm back for the next game right here. It's actually a miscommunication between the teams and the organizer. It's actually a wrong matchup because Pretty Girls aren't supposed to actually facing the ZD Gaming, but ZD Gaming will be facing Star Guardians instead, so this is the right one. It left me speechless, to be honest, because I was so confused. Why did I have the bracket wrong? But actually it is not. And we are going to see some actions from the all ladies team ZD Gaming, and all ladies, well, definitely all of them were ladies. It is it is FSL Female Esport League Circuit Arena of Valor Vietnam right here, or Lien Quan Mobile. Actually, in the Vietnam, we didn't call it Arena of Valor there. It is actually Lien Quan or something. It is spelled that way, but I don't know if I pronounce it right. I think it is Lien Quan, but we have been pronouncing it like that. While all of them actually shown that they were ready, and we are going for the draft session anytime now. And I am still waiting for the queue before we get into the draft. Okay, here we go. And the first ban probably going on to Quillen again. Another first jungler ban right here by Baka, who's going to be captain drafting. And can you see that Violet? She's look much cooler. I'm trying to align my I'm trying to align myself, making sure that that Violet portrait can be seen nicely. But anyway, there was a Lindis ban. Again, another jungler ban right there. Necroth has been banned onto the side of Star Guardian, while ZD Baka, again, as their captain, is going to ban onto a Violet ban. While it it left me speechless again, because I wouldn't expecting this kind of ban. So will Pong An actually leaving Hayate, or will she actually ban Hayate? But if she did, Hayate will be open for ZD Gaming to actually pick up on a Hayate, and Nat has been banned, and this is the very first time that Hayate is actually open for the game, and we'll see if ZD Gaming will take the chance, will take the advantage right there to actually place a Hayate. If they did, they did not. They actually take Zuka first. So it it actually turns the table to Star Guardian if Star Guardian wanted to. Okay, Pinky is so sad. Picking up onto Liliana. We have seen how she played Liliana so on point. Nice timing, and gets into the team fight just nicely. and making sure that she's able to assassinate all the rest of the enemy team members. And Puang An again with a Varus. She has quite a lot of Varus pick. And Puang An is definitely good with Varus, while Pink is so sad, is definitely good with Liliana. We'll see them again, how they fares against ZD Gaming.
Blue team's turn to pick.
And on to that now, Neko Ni and Hang Baby is going to reply with something right here. Probably going with a support, not at all. Violet comes out right there. And there's the support I am longing for. Baldum's coming in, and Violet probably going to be picked just as well. This is a good start for a draft session right here. Showing up a marksman just lastly before the banning sessions. But onto that, Star Guardian has not picked any marksman yet, but bound to the last first phase pick. If Leon is going to be picking Hayate or leaving it at risk being banned again next in the second phase of banning session.
Red team's turn.
This is going to be Leon turns. The last pick for the first phase. I don't see a Hayate. Despite being open, nobody actually takes in a Hayate. But Hayate though is going to face a risk with Baldum. I mean, when Hayate pops out the ultimate, there's no way that Hayate can actually control where did he wanted to go. So Baldum has the upper hand to actually pop out the Wild Prison to actually stop Hayate from moving. Other than that, if Hayate did comes out, Zuka can actually pops out the ultimate also to stun and stop Hayate from actually moving. So Hayate picks will pose some risk, but still I am excited to see a Hayate in this game. It's either they will play Hayate or they won't play Hayate. Anyway, Murat ban, understandable, no junglers yet from Star Guardian. But Rogue ban though, this is the very first time we see a Rogue ban throughout the league right here. And I'm not sure how to react with Rogue ban right there, but there must be a reason why Rogue has been banned from Star Guardian sides. But Rogue though, I mean, Rogue can escape almost any crowd control when he actually pop up his ultimate, and not to mention there is a massive amount of shields coming out just as well. 2600, that is a big amount, but it's bound to how one is playing it. And onto the sides of Star Guardian right here, Puang An, almost all her kits has crowd control, and Liliana with a mini stun, Alice with the massive hissy fits, big radius crowd control. So they don't want anyone who can actually escape those crowd controls. So this is why a Rogue being banned and a Sephira being banned, and my Hayate being granted for me right here. Winnie is going to be Winnie already picked Hayate. Not sure if Winnie is going to play a Hayate, but Hayate is there. So ZD need to be careful, although in theory they can actually stop Hayate. But onto that, Zaphis as well as L'Oreal. L'Oreal being picked right here. Will Zaphis be the one playing in the jungle for the side of ZD Gaming? But onto that though, they are not lack of damage. They are not lack of tanks. So Zaphis is going to be a very good addition onto the lineup with Zaphis' ability to actually sustain in the team fight. He does have a minimal
Red team's
cooldown
turn
onto
to
his
pick.
ultimate, the death from above, so he can actually go back and forth into the team fight, backing up a little bit, waiting for the ultimate to cool down, and then jump right into the team fight just again. So Zaphis is quite a good pick, quite a good addition towards the lineup from ZD Gaming, and this is going to be the last pick for Star Guardian. Who do you think going to be picked? I mean, there were lack of junglers right here, but Nakros and Murat has been locked. Florentino in the jungle. We have not seen a Florentino in the jungle for quite some time, but tonight it is the time. Has no ability to actually
10
get
seconds
into
remaining.
the back line of the enemy teams, but still possess true damage, packs a lot of damage, not to mention a cooldown resets every single time Florentino picks up his Blossom. So that's about it, and we are in the loading screen before we get into the first game between ZD Gaming versus Star Guardian. Lungi. And here we are, ladies and gentlemen. ZD
Welcome
Gaming
to
versus
Arena
Star
of
Guardian
Valor.
right here. And another pause. But this one has been paused by the spectators. I'm not so sure what is happening. There's nothing coming from the organizers, so I'm not so sure what is what, because this is a pause by spectators. It's not a pause by the teams themselves. So there probably something's going on that we are not sure of. So anyway, it looks like it's going to be taking some times with the pauses from the spectator. From my end, they are actually still pausing. Not so sure what is happening, and there's no words from the organizers just yet. So probably there's something's going on that we actually not aware of. Probably technical problem, connection problem, all those sorts of things. And we will be back onto the we'll be back onto the game when they actually finish the pausing though, which I'm not so sure when, but it's already been 3 minutes since the pause start, and there's no signs of resuming yet. So you guys are stuck with my face for a while, so hope you guys can bear with me. Anyway, okay, we are going in, so here we go.
Get ready. Minions will be deployed in 5 seconds. Prepare to engage.
And the game starting, but L'Oreal is not moving. Hence the blue team, ZD Gaming, actually paused again. And there we are. Clearly, we can clearly see what's happening with Aimel Lovin. Is actually not moving at all. Probably some technical issue, some glitch is happening to her, and it's not rare for us to actually found this sorts of problem. Hopefully that ZD Gaming can actually sort it out, and we can actually go with our game between ZD Gaming versus Star Guardian right here. And I believe you guys are really waiting for the game to start. But for now, we are still in pause, and I'll be resuming it once we get into the game. But onto that, before we actually start, I wanted to see a Hayate gameplay, and I couldn't contain my excitement right here. How much I would like to see a Hayate gameplay, and we have not seen a Hayate gameplay for quite some time. Even in the World Cup, even in the Arena of Valor World Cup, which was happening in the Da Nang, Vietnam last week, we have seen a lot of Hayate bans, and rarely we can see Hayate comes out into the game. But looks like nobody is moving onto the blue side apart from L'Oreal, which initially did okay. I'm not so sure what's happening. I saw blue team surrounded, but onto their defense, I mean, nobody is moving apart from L'Oreal, and initially everyone is moving except for L'Oreal. So probably there's something wrong's going on, but it's not happening to the Star Guardian teams. So probably technical issues is what is. And not so sure. Well, I am requesting explanation from the organizer. Probably something is going on, so let the organizers do their jobs, and it is not to us to actually judge on what's happening. But from my point of view, it's probably a problem onto the networks. There's nobody moving apart from L'Oreal, but initially L'Oreal is not moving at all, and I think this is it. I think that is the only conclusion that I had. So before we move on to the next game, we are going to have a little bit a little bit more breaks, and hopefully you guys can bear with me. We are going to get into the game soon when I'm able to catch a lobby anytime soon. So we'll be back. Don't go anywhere.
Turn to ban.
And here we are again in the draft session between ZD Gaming versus Star Guardian. But I think it's going to be a rematch, so they are going to actually pick onto the same heroes right here. Rindis has been banned. This is going to be a very fast ban since everything is going to be according onto the same pick and the same ban. That is my assumptions. I'm not so sure if it's not if not it is that what I'm thinking here. Well, Zuka has been picked right here. Pong An probably going to be picking Varus as well as Liliana. So this is going to be a remake banning session here where everyone is going to pick the same heroes. There goes L'Oreal as well as Violet. Here Leon will be going with an Alice.
Red team's turn to ban.
And here comes the second phase ban, which should be, well, it doesn't matter if the ban is not the same, as long as you pick the same heroes.
Blue team's turn to ban.
As a rogue ban, and then follow suit Suzuka ban right here, and then on to the last ban, which I don't remember. I have no clue as of now which is which.
Blue team's turn to ban.
Well, it probably is.
Red team's turn to pick.
And a crit neck ban right here. So we are going on to the next pick. Hayate, it is Trovini. Neko Ni with a Baldum, as well as Zaphis.
Red team's turn to pick.
And lastly, Florentino onto the jungle, and we are going to check in loading screen first before we get into the next game between ZD Gaming versus Star Guardian.
Remaining.
Finish her loading and we get into the game right now. And ladies and gentlemen, this is ZD Gaming versus Star Guardians. Well, all of them is actually and finally marching into the mid lane, going for the mid river. L'Oreal is going to be facing Liliana, playing by Pinky. So sad, she did wonderful playing as Liliana just now. Wonder how will she fare against ZD Gaming. Wang An. I honestly thought that she's gonna try to invade all alone, but apparently Varus onto the early game does not possess a lot of damage yet. So Leon comes in with a stance on the Neko Ni. Wang An's coming in, wild charge to actually run away from all those attack and damage coming out from Varus. Onto the mid lane, the Pinky so sad, still having a full health. While L'Oreal is a little bit faster at clearing the lane. Whereas trying to actually roam around, but saw L'Oreal as well as Baldum actually going up, so she did get back instead of trying to. She's trying to not to get caught between Neiko as well as Aimee. They are actually probably going to set up an ambush right there onto the left side of the map, but apparently not so. Leon as well as Pinky So Sad is going for the bottom side of the map. Here Neiko again being stunned by Pinky So Sad. 100% stun rate. 100% accuracy for Pinky So Sad so far. Absolute Dragon has been spawned for the first time. Onto the game, Hang Baby, Tina as well as Neiko goes in for the Absolute Dragon, but the first blood goes for Florentino onto L'Oreal just now, which we did not see. First Absolute Dragon goes to ZD Gaming, but onto that first kill goes to Star Guardian, so a fair off trade, to be honest. Winnie all alone here facing Hang Baby. Winnie has the upper hand actually. Able to actually toss a lot of shurikens coming out. But onto the early game though, she needs to be a little bit careful against Hang Baby playing as a Violet. Spirit Sentinel side here, L'Oreal is there, Bong An is all alone. She's probably timing to actually steal. Leon comes in to actually help. Stun, Neiko knee, that Sentinel though still belongs to Baka. But then again, Bong An. Oh, that from above coming from Tina. Just now Pinky So Sad is coming in. Tina trying to run away. Aimee probably going to help, but those Blossom pops out from Florentino. The kill has been confirmed, and L'Oreal went down as well, right under the tower. Onto the top lane here, Varus probably not at all actually, but one tower has been taken down by Hang Baby. Looks like Winnie has a tough time facing a Violet. In the bottom lane alone, onto the mid. Baka being stunned again. Both Pinky as well as Leon landing stuns all nicely onto the enemy teams. Varus all alone, going to solo push. Trying to solo push, but Violet is actually swapping lanes right here. The question is, will Bong An be able to? I don't think so. Neiko Knee is going back from the middle lane, recalling back to the base. Winnie comes in, going to try after Baka, but Baka has much more mobilities than Hayate, so Hayate needs to be very careful against Azuka right here when Violet already done her job nicely in the bottom lane just now. A nice steal coming out from Violet. Looks like ZD Gaming knows what he's been doing here. Baka, Winnie pops out ultimate. Baka is with stun from the Blossom toss just now. But onto the top lane though, Hang Baby. Violet. Not so sure what's happening to Violet though. Oh, Violet actually went down. This is actually a glitch. It was actually running onto the second Abyssal Dragon into the game. But first Abyssal Dragon for Star Guardian. Leon onto Neiko Knee. Neiko Knee is coming in. Tina trying to steal. Leon actually realized what is happening, but unable to actually secure that buff. Tina trying to get Gochu, but Gochu with all those Blossom one by one has been taken down. Tina is the only last one left, but still managed to take down Florentino, although Tina went down just as well. Here comes L'Oreal in the mid lane. A nice double kill comes from Pinky So Sad, dashing in for L'Oreal. Zuka has been swapping lane with Violet. He knows that he's a little bit comfortable laning in a lane with no tower in a towerless lane. One Absol Dragon, 2 towers has been secured by ZD Gaming. What can Star Guardian do at this round right here? L'Oreal. Kochu in the bush. Kochu shown a very nice gameplay with a Lindis just now, and one more Blossom toss took Nekonil, stunned Nekonil. Nekonil went down with a Varus ultimate just now. All the true damage comes in. Winnie pops out the ultimate, but Tina with that from above stops Winnie's ultimate right here. Pinky needs to run away, but Hang Baby is there. Onto that, Choo Choo is not in the scene to actually help. They are trying to clear up the lanes, trying to defend the tier 1 tower in the top lane. Kochu recalling back to the base. In the mid lane, Tina, that from above does not connect. Pinky so sad, is trying to get Tina. And Orbs comes out, but Tina is long gone before that.
Has been destroyed.
Winnie, this is trouble. He's not looking for one. Hang Baby comes in. That critical damage coming from Hang Baby. A shutdown goes. Winnie almost fatal. Abyssal Dragon, the second Abyssal Dragon, third Abyssal Dragon of the game, but second Abyssal Dragon for ZD Gaming. And Neko Ni, Leon under the tower seeking for protection. Neko Ni probably trying to time for a dive right here. L'Oreal comes in, Wild Reason right under the tower. Neko Ni comes into the tower, but still no engagement has been able to actually try. Leon.
Has been destroyed.
The tower went down just like that. 3 tier 1 towers has been taken down by ZD Gaming onto Star Guardian. What can Star Guardian do at this rate? Hang Baby. She already reached her power spike so far, dealing massive amount of critical damage. And Neko Ni is bound to actually babysit Hang Baby. Babysits to a baby. And a Blossom pops out here, but Kochu decided to actually leave the scene when 40 members of ZD Gaming already group up. Leon alone. They're actually ignoring the Dark Slayer, although it's actually a good time to actually engage onto a Dark Slayer while already applying pressures onto the mid lane just now. Pinky so sad, trying to stun, but it does not connect. Missed. Does not land it nicely onto Hang Baby just now. Winnie tossing shurikens, but sadly it does not really hit onto Hang Baby just now, although it's just 1 waltz away. They are trying to play it safe for now. No more engagement. Tina with that from above onto Leon. Leon trying to sustain. Winnie, a miss ultimate, and Alice went down first. Kochu is still trying to pick up all the Blossom coming out. No ultimate just yet. Tina comes in. Kochu went down. Pinky so sad. Went back under the tower seeking for protection. ZD Gaming is beyond that. It's hard to actually try to disrupt ZD Gaming's position as of now. Tina can just go back in and forth, sustaining every damage coming out from Star Guardian. A perk of a Zephys. Star Guardian need to restructure their composition again, losing out up to 5,000 gold in net worth. ZD Gaming is leading so far in front. Had much more resources than Star Guardian for now. Leon. This is Neko Ni. The Drake's going to be summoned right down in the base, and that is where you are supposed to actually summon the dragon. This is Baka. Probably eyeing for an opportunity to actually try to steal, but probably not. Neko Ni as well as Aime Levine playing as a L'Oreal. Pinky so sad as well as Leon. Pinky so sad. Look at those critical damage. Pinky need to run away, but it's not possible anymore as Hank Baby get a grabs onto Pinky. Leon being knocked back just like that. A kill's confirmed. And Winnie trying to defend that tier 2 tower. That from above from Tina. But sadly no follow-up coming out from Hank Baby. The Drake.
A red team tower has been
They are still
destroyed.
focusing onto the Drake. While ZD Gaming is going for the split push right here. That high ground mid lane who already went down, melted by 4 team members of ZD Gaming. And next is going to be the same fate for the top lane high ground tower right here. Wongan wouldn't be able to sustain. He went down just like that. And look at that, one by one. That is so cruel. This is beyond cruelty. And ZD Gaming will take the game.
Bloodbath. Double kill.
13-8. Large domination onto the game by ZD Gaming onto Star Guardian, proving dominance right there. Tina has been one of the key members to actually makes the win right there. Abilities, Zephyr's abilities is actually going back and forth into the team fight, sustaining every bits of damage coming out from Star Guardian, but leaving Hang Baby with the lots of farmings and making sure that Hang Baby's ability to actually finish his finish her build right there, and those critical damage is so massive that Star Guardians are unable to actually keep up. And this is what happened if you actually give Violet a chance to actually winning by power spike. 100% participations onto the team fights. This proves that every team fight Violet is there, and ZD Gaming will most likely will not engage if Violet is not there. So this is the kind of result that comes in. And that's it, ladies and gentlemen, between ZD Gaming versus Star Guardian. And nicely put, nicely rotation. This is one kind of a gameplay that we wanted to see. Although Star Guardian with a Hayate is still unable to actually win over ZD Gaming. Coach Chu is the one landed most of the damage. But Pinky, so sad though, is unable to do what she could do back in the previous game. And throughout the game itself, there's a lot of team fights happening until mid game. Both ZD Gaming as well as Star Guardian couldn't stop fighting each other, and that is not that should not happening, especially when you are actually losing a little bit in terms of objectives as well as net worth. So on to that, we are going to move for the next bracket, and before that though, enjoy the ads break.